friends, I hope you had a nice afternoon. I am just snuggled on the lounge with a blankie, thinking about painting my nails. I was going to go red or pink or something for, anniversary love kind of, but I thought this was maybe a little bit more of an autumny colour. It is worth a pretty penny. Well, penny. It's kind of this, I don't know, autumny sort of colour. So I was going to tell you about our afternoon. So we went down and we were going to get that pizza that I was talking about in the stories this morning. And as I called up, we were approaching it, and as I called up to order, no one answered, and then I realised they didn't open till 5. So my mistake. We were there like 1 or something. They were closed. So then we didn't really know what to get. I didn't really feel like, McDonald's or anything. So anyway, we ended up getting Domino's. And I got a thin and crispy, vegetarian one, because one of my biggest things that I'm doing at the moment is increasing the amount of veggies that I'm having. So I just thought, get a vegetarian pizza, plenty of veggies, So anyway, we got it, and I had a few pieces, and honestly didn't taste great. We love Domino's sometimes, but I think when you've got it in your mind that you're going to have this really lovely pizza, sometimes it's, it's not quite as good. But also, I feel like maybe the olives were a bit weird or something on it. But anyway, so I had a few pieces, and I felt like I had enough, and also I didn't love the flavour, but I felt really compelled to have more. And I was like, well, why? I don't even love the flavour. I feel like I've had enough. Why do I want to finish this pizza? So I really try to be kind of self-aware and thinking about, why am I reacting to this in this way? What's coming up for me? Why? If I have a response to something that's kind of unexpected, I like to try to dig deep and figure out what it is that's going on. So, but I was just thinking how often if we would eat a pizza from Domino's, I would eat a lot more than 3 pieces, and I would feel physically full. Not to the point of feeling sick, but I would have that physical full feeling in my stomach. And I did not have that today when I had 3 pieces. So I was we'll have another one and then see if you feel satisfied then. And so I did, and I still didn't feel full. And I felt like I hadn't finished the meal, but I didn't actually want more, if that makes sense. So then I was thinking about how I have been eating in these last few weeks, and realised that I haven't actually had a full feeling, feeling really full. I've been eating plenty big quantities of food, in the evening, a massive plate of vegetables and some protein, and my serving sizes have not been small, but I haven't had that feeling of really fullness. And I think you can get to a point where I feel like I've gotten to a point where feeling that full level is kind of what signifies to my brain I'm done with this meal now, I'm done eating. Now I haven't had that while I've been eating in these last few weeks, but at the end of every meal I felt really satisfied, it's been enough food and it's sitting well in my body, and I feel happy that the meal is done, but I haven't felt full. Actually been really nice. I realized I haven't gotten to the end of the meal and felt like I need to have a food coma or anything, or I'm uncomfortable or I need to whatever, that it's actually, and I haven't really acknowledged how good I felt after eating the meals, where I've just felt satisfied. One of my dad's favorite sayings, I think it's from Mary Poppins, and it's enough is as good as a feast. And I feel like the way that I have been eating, it's been enough, and it's felt really satisfying. But I feel like that's what I'm starting to realize, that there's a difference between feeling full and feeling satisfied. And I think for me, certain foods leave me feeling full, physically full, but not necessarily satisfied. And other foods I don't have a physical full response to, but I feel really good, I feel really satisfied after. And that's all I've been thinking. I've just kind of been acknowledging that, thinking about that. So I noticed that on the drive home after I had that pizza, I got so tired, and I know that can just naturally happen, you know, through the afternoon, especially if you've been sick. You can have, you know, different energy highs and lows, but I used to, after every lunchtime, feel like I just had to have a sleep. But I realized I haven't had that lately. I do still get like a bit tired in the afternoon, but you know, I've been sick and all of that. But yeah, on the way home, I could barely keep my eyes open. It was like I really needed this rest. And the other thing that happened is when we got home, normally in the afternoon, I like to have a square of that dark chocolate I shared yesterday in my stories. And normally one is like plenty. Like it just, you know, it's a nice little sweet hit, a bit of chocolate. But today one just did not feel like enough. And I think it was because I wasn't feeling satisfied. It was like an emotional response to changing thought patterns and habits around food. Yeah, it was really interesting, and I just thought I would share.